He's reluctant to have the balls replaced because he knows that Graham Dott can play a very, very good safety and put him in trouble. Could only see half the pocket. That's all he needed.
1.
Yes, this was an excellent shot. He's on the green, but it'd be difficult to pot the green and get the cue ball back to this end. Oh, well, maybe the brown goes. Brown was past the yellow. It doesn't look like it.
Yeah, sure.
And the brown gives him the perfect potting angle. There's Raymondo in the middle with the white shirt. And he's loved it here. And he's really enjoyed being involved with Ronnie. And I was chatting to him tonight, you know, Willie, and he said they shouldn't call him Rocket Ronnie. They should call him Ronnie the Magician. He
5.
said he has never seen a talent like it on the practice table.
To be perfectly honest, there's probably not been a
6.
talent like it on the practice table. Hendry, of course, has taken most of the accolades in the break building department over the years. And let's not forget, everybody's talked that Ronnie's unbeatable in this form, this, that,
13.
and the other. Hendry made 16 centuries in winning one of the championships of the world. Ronnie's only made 11.
14.
And Ronnie would be hard to say, could hardly play better than this.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, the only thing is about Ronnie, particularly a few times when he's got to the 80s
21.
in the championship this year, he started playing the rest of it left-handed.
22.
Just wonder, John, whether he'll play a cannon on either the reds on the right or the reds on the left to hold for that one at the bottom of the pack. Playing the full ball cannon off the one on the left, and that's perfect.
$29.
As we say, just this frame to win the World Championship for the second time. Oh, and I was just going to say, he'd love to
Ronnie
make a
O'Sullivan,
century break.
29.
That was an unexpected miss.
Graham just said, don't you want me to have a go? The way he played in the first 5 frames of this match, a match that, John, to be fair, nobody gave him a real chance. But the first 5 frames, he would have beaten anybody.
Yes, and his match against Matthew Stevens, he's really made a name for himself here. He always complained that he didn't get the credit he deserved. Well, they won't forget the name Dott now.
His family have been up over the last few days. His wife Elaine, Mum Susan, there they are sitting, just hoping that Graham can make a little bit of a show of it this evening. And like I said a little earlier, I just hope he wins another frame. Of course, there'll be people who have bet on the outcome of the match, on the giving starts, the spread betting. I know my pal Racing Raymond, John, who you're well aware of, has had a few quid on Ronnie. He rang me this afternoon, said he's taken the rope off his neck. He was looking a bit dodgy when Ronnie was 5-0 behind.
Just having a sip of his hot water as Graham comes round. I think we saw in the first frame when Graham played a very dangerous double. I think it's the last throw of the dice time. I don't think he's going to refuse anything that he thinks he can pot.
Yes, it appears that he hasn't got a lot left. Ronnie O'Sullivan has choice of reds in the middle. If it goes in and gets on the black, a chance to be crowned champion again.
1.
Well, he's played for the red
8.
just above and to the right of the black. If he's got on that, that was a perfect positional shot. There you see it. His cue ball, he's just
9.
been magnificent throughout the tournament, even when he was really under pressure. He's always had good control of that cue ball. It makes it so much easier.
16. 17.
3 reds, 3 colours. Graham Dott will need a snooker.
Yes, and you can't see him making a
24.
mistake. I suppose the only thing that couldn't force him into an error is the
25.
fact that inside he'll be bubbling. He's worked very hard, been very disciplined, and he's going to get his just desserts.
32.
Yes, he's only won 1 tournament this year, let's not forget, and that was from 8-5 behind against Steve Davis.
33.
Yes, I think he's learnt a lot from those defeats this year when he lost to Paul Hunter in the Masters. Oh, you see, he's thinking about collecting
Ronnie
that
O'Sullivan,
trophy.
33.
That's what he was thinking about. He was thinking of what he was going to say at the winner's speech there.
And isn't it amazing? That just shows
1.
you what the winning pose can do to you. Incredible.
Eight.
He has a perfect angle on this red to leave an angle on the black to play into pink and red, which would be the normal way round of going for the clearance at one visit. Leave that red on the back cushion a little longer. But now he hasn't got
9.
the angle to do that.
Sixteen. Graham Dott, 16.
That could be his last shot.
Okay, settle down, please.
Ronnie O'Sullivan just needs 1 red and a colour.
I can't for the life of me think why Ronnie's not playing the red over the pocket. Just red and black he needs. Okay, this should be a certainty, but we've just seen him miss a straight pink off the spot. In it goes though.
1.
And that is the end.
Six.
Quite simply,
7.
O'Sullivan has been the best player of the tournament. The smile up to his army of fans in the balcony. I'm sure the smile was probably to his mother who's sitting up there.
14.
To win the Embassy World Championship for the 2nd time is something that most players
Come
have
on,
never
gents,
done
please.
once.
15.
A big credit should go to Graham Dott. What a tournament he's had. He's got nothing to
22.
be ashamed of. He's played, at the moment, the best player in the world. And the handshake, I'm sure, will come from Graham Dott. What a tournament. O'Sullivan has been quite simply magnificent. He takes the Embassy World Championship by 18 frames to 8 as the Crucible audience give him a standing ovation. Well played, O'Sullivan.
So there's a lovely moment with Ronnie's mum, Maria. She only decided to come here to the Crucible a couple of hours ago. I think she was so nervous she was waiting elsewhere. Wonderful moments for Ronnie and his mum. You can see how much it means to the two of them. So Ronnie O'Sullivan becomes only the 4th player to win the Embassy World title twice here at the Crucible. Just saluting his team. And now, as David Vine always used to say, it's payday. Ronnie will shortly be reacquainted with the famous old trophy he first lifted 3 years ago, because Ray is down there with the presentation party.
Ladies and gentlemen, I'm sure you'll agree we've had an awesome display of snooker from Ronnie O'Sullivan. Ronnie, congratulations to you. It takes 2 people to play in a final, and before we talk to you, Graham, what a performance you've given over the championship, and thank you very much. Ronnie, if I can borrow you for a moment, many congratulations. Can you describe the emotions you're experiencing at the moment?
Well, you know, if it would have been close, obviously, it would have been obviously a lot more emotional. But, you know, I had such a big lead coming into tonight that, you know, it's like a little bit of an anticlimax. But, you know, Graham took me all the way, and, you know, he's so tough, you know, saying underdogs, this and that. But, you know, at 5-0 down, I was sitting there thinking, you know, this is could be 18-0 to him, you know. But I was just pleased I got going, you know, and turned it around.
What about the snooker you've played throughout the championship, and also the last couple of days? You've been incredibly composed, even when things haven't gone well. You just made them go well.
Yeah, well, I mean, my cueing hasn't been to, you know, the highest standard, you know, through the 17 days. You know, I've cued well in spells, but, you know, plan B was, you know, Ray's come down here and he's added a new dimension to my game. And, you know, I don't want to give no secrets away, but, you know, he's really improved me in certain areas, and, you know, I think that's where I need to develop as a player, and there's still room for improvement, so I'll just keep going and going, you know. I'm
sure you'll concede your opponent is tenacious and very gritty.
Oh, I mean, well, you know, people were saying, you know, it's going to be a one-sided final, and I'll tell you what, I knew it wasn't going to be, and, you know, it was no surprise. He's got qualities all over, and, you know, the players he's beat this week, you know, he's beat John Higgins, who's probably one of the greatest players that's ever played, Matthew Stevens, who always does well here, and you know, they're great players, you know, so what does that says a lot, you know, what Graham's a great player as well, he's up there with the big boys, and, you know, it wouldn't surprise me if he's
Graham, when you smashed your cue up in January and sort of, did you imagine 4 months later you'd be here playing in the World Championship final?
No, absolutely no chance. I couldn't beat anybody really the way I was playing.
What have you learned about yourself over this last championship and these last few days?
Well, the last few days I've obviously learned that Ronnie's phenomenally good. I managed to, the first couple of sessions I managed to at least stay with him and make a bit of a game of it, but this afternoon session he was dynamite. I mean, his potting, they keep talking about his potting's phenomenal, but his safety's, I mean, different class. I was welded all the time with the cushion, and I had no chance really tonight.
Graham, we've learned you're a great player too, and you'll come back and do it all again. I'm sure you'll believe in yourself.
Hopefully, I mean, I believe myself a bit more now.
Can I just suggest keep the cue, it's going okay. Ronnie, before we get over to some presentations, just what are you going to achieve from now on? You've taken the game to such a different level. You enjoy entertaining the crowd too. The way you play, people say you're not a rocket, you're a magician. What are you going to do with your game now?
I'm not too sure, you know. I'm really not too sure, you know. I'm just going to enjoy the moment. And who knows next season, I don't know what I'm going to do, you know. I'm just going to enjoy it for the moment and take some time off in the summer. And if I do carry on playing, I just want to keep improving. So that's it, really.
You've really entertained us, and it's great to see your mum and all your family and your friends. You have a great support team around you, don't you?
Yeah, I didn't expect them to be here. You know, I wanted to just get on with the job, and I told people that I didn't want them here. Maybe it's a bit selfish, but you have to look after number one sometimes, and this is the greatest tournament any snooker player can play, and it means so much to me. So, you know, and I just want to say for my dad, you know, this one's for him, you know, so for my man.
Ronnie. Graham, congratulations. Ronnie, just take a moment because there's a few other things you've got to go through yet. Ladies and gentlemen, a great final. Two great players that really entertained us. Please welcome the presentation party. Graham Blashill, Managing Director of Western Europe and Imperial Tobacco Limited. World Snooker and the WPBSA, and Mr. Peter Dyke from World Promotions. Gentlemen, welcome. The runner-up will receive a cheque for £125,000. Graham Dott. The winner will receive a cheque for £250,000, the championship trophy, a magnum of Champagne Victor, and the title 2004 Embassy World Snooker Champion, Ronnie O'Sullivan.
Yes, Ronnie just having a joke there with the false teeth. Little trick on Reardon, I suspect. But a terrific moment there for Ronnie O'Sullivan. Stephen John with me in the studio here. What really has most impressed you about the way Ronnie has played the last 17 days? Cueing, concentration, what?
Focus, Hazel. Absolute focus from ball one right the way through, but particularly from the quarter-final. I don't ever remember him being like that, to be honest with you. There's been sessions of it, but I thought his focus has been brilliant all the way through.